Welcome to Stay Prepped, where our motto is hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Stay ready, stay prepped.
Hey everybody, so I'm here in the parking lot of a supermarket and it's dinner time. So I'm about to cook a meal for myself. Unfortunately, in these times, we never know when we're going to end up in our vehicle and when we're going to have to eat from our vehicle. Also, people who are on the road a lot, sometimes they just don't want to have to go and get something from a restaurant. What if there isn't one for a bunch of miles and they're at a rest stop and there's no food, right? So if you look at my last video, you'll see that I made a Chipotle style meal in a Mylar, and you saw me make it just by boiling water and putting the water in the Mylar bag. So this is my meal. It was really good. The first time I had made it was when I was filming it for that video. The lighting here is very poor, so you're going to have to excuse me. I don't have a really good setup when I'm on the road. So again, here is our meal. And what we're going to be using is one of these handy dandy things. It's a Nomad. It's called a Nomad, made by Presto. It's really very cool. So in here you have a 1 pint wide mouth mason jar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the meal in here with 8 ounces of water. And how are we going to power this, you ask? I'll get to that in a minute. So inside this bag I have enough water to hydrate this meal. Napkins, wet ones, one for before I eat, one for after I eat, and of course chips to eat my Chipotle with. How are we going to plug this puppy in? So you're just going to get a power inverter. I'm going to link it down below. It looks like this. You plug it into your, well, I'm Gen X, so I call it cigarette port. So I'm going to plug it into my cigarette port and make sure it's turned on. And then I am going to having a little difficulty here getting the cord out. So I'm going to plug it in. This is the first time I've made a meal in my car, so I always tend to film the first time I do things, just because, well, I want to make it real for you guys, right? So I'm going to take my meal and I'm going to, looks like I heat sealed this properly, thank goodness. And I'm just going to kind of make a spout like that. Don't forget to take out your oxygen absorbers. And then I'm going to dump it in here. Make sure you get all of that goodness down in there. All those spices that are in the bag. That's one nice thing about doing a meal in a Mylar, is that you have everything in there. You don't have to worry about leaving any contents in there. So now I have in my Ziploc bag, and I'm in a parking lot, I feel like people are watching me, so I have a bottle of water here. And I am going to pour it in here. Look at that, perfect. And then you're just going to keep the flat on and put it in your Presto. All right, so now it's going to sit in here for about 30 to 45 minutes. I'll see you back in a half an hour. We'll see what she looks like. I'm going to rest it right here on my armrest, and I'm going to hang out in the car and just, I don't know, read or something. I'll see you soon.
I realized that I forgot to mix it up. So here I am just stirring it up a bit, make sure everything's incorporated, and then I'm going to put the flat back on and then the lid to the warmer back on.
All right, so it looks like it's been about 25 minutes and still a lot of water in there. Looks like we still need to hydrate quite a bit. Some people have reported needing 45 minutes to fully heat their meal and hydrate their meal. So it's been about 25. I'm going to put the lid back on and give it some more time. Okay, so I'm here with my Nomad in the supermarket parking lot, and I just got the alert. This is why people need to be prepared. I just got the alert that tornadoes are going to be rolling through my area tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, and it's been that way since I've been living in Florida, North Florida. Spring is terrible for tornadoes. I would get one once a week. Then I moved, and it's still like this. I had tornadoes roll through my my neighborhood last year, and I'm just traumatized by the severe weather down here. Spring, it is tornadoes. Summer, it is oppressive heat, and fall, of course, is the hurricanes. So I am so ready to get out of here, but this is why I need to be prepared. Right now, I'm getting my bug out bag ready because I always have it ready, but I just go through it once in a while, and that'll be my next video, showing what the important things are for a bug out bag. And of course, you really just want a bug out bag for 72 hours to get you through 3 days. And you know, as a single person who doesn't have a real support system where I live, I need to be prepared. And that's what my channel is going to be about. So here I am sitting in my car making a meal, and I'm stressed. I'm going to have to go into the supermarket and get a few things, make sure I have water so I can hydrate all of my freeze-dried food at home if we have a power outage. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. I still have another probably 10 or 15 minutes in the Presto. I'm going to check it, eat my meal, and then go into the supermarket and get some water and maybe a couple other things just to make sure I have what I need on hand in case more tornadoes decide to roll through my neighborhood. All right, so excuse the vehicle. The back seat is my dog's domain. So let's see, it has been now 40 minutes. So I am going to check to see how we are coming along. Ooh, pretty good. It's still a little watery. This does take longer because it has to heat the liquid and everything in the jar. So, and of course I've opened it a couple times. I'm just gonna try a little piece of beef with some rice here and see how we are doing. Oh darn, that is so good. And that's why you see the liquid. I still have some liquid because it needs to be hydrated some more. So what I think I'm going to do, because everybody in my county just got the alert, they're all going to be at the supermarket. So I think I'm going to leave this here, go into the supermarket, and then finish cooking it when I get back. All right, so I just got back in from the grocery store getting my water and batteries. Really all I need is water because these meals are so simple and easy to make with just water and heat. The lighting is much better. The sun is about to go down, so thank goodness, because it was getting a little little weird with the half sunlight and half dark. So I just started my car. So this thing is now going to sit for another 15 minutes. I feel I'm out of breath. I feel a little bit better now that I've gotten my water and my batteries. You literally sneeze and the power goes out at my complex. So I just feel better knowing that I have some batteries and I have water so I can cook my freeze-dried ingredients. I think I'm good to go, unless, God help me, unless the tornado hits me direct. But it almost hit us direct last year. 2 tornadoes converged on our area, and there are people in my neighborhood right across the street from me that still have tarps on their roofs. So it's really sad going through my neighborhood right now. It's still hurting from last May's tornadoes, and so I'm still traumatized as a New Yorker. I am not used to all of this crazy weather. So what I might do tonight when I get home is just make a couple more meals like you see here. I'm gonna go get gas on my way home so I can power up and make a hot meal in my car if the power goes out. So I am just really so happy that I found this new way of stocking up and being prepared right when I need it most. And if I do end up moving, I can take my food with me and I can be prepared on the road, not have to stop at these terrible places with this terrible food. I can just make my own food in my car. So, and I just love the fact that I can take my food with me. You know, most people, they just clean out the refrigerator and get rid of a ton of stuff before they move, but me, all of my freeze-dried food is coming with me. So anyway, let's give a look here, because now it's been on heat for about, I would say 50 minutes, and some people have reported needing an hour. But then again, I think it would probably hydrate within 45 minutes and heat in 45 minutes. But because I kept opening it and looking at it, since this is my first time using it, I think it lost heat, so it's taking a little longer. So let's have a look. Like I said, it's been about 50 minutes, and we're going to see how it's coming along. All right. Let's have a look-see. Oh boy. This looks so good. It smells, you should see, I mean, you should smell, rather. You should smell how it is in this car right now. It is crazy. It smells like better than Chipotle in here. I'm going to try it and see how it tastes. Oh wow. Back the truck up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Like, I could stir it up better, but I have my plastic spoon. See, this is why it's good to do this on the road, because it really does show like how this works. And of course, this is my first time. And it's relatively easy, you know. I think this is actually ready to go. So so I would say a good solid 45 minutes for sure. Definitely 45 minutes. All right, let's get this crunching. I'm gonna leave it in here, and I'm going to unplug it from the inverter here. Turn off the inverter. All right, now in that plastic bag where I had the Mylar meal and all the other stuff, I had a paper plate as well. So you don't really need it. So here, let's do it this way, because you really don't need the paper plate. I kind of like to have the paper plate and put the food on it and just scoop it. But if you're really just like on the go and you really just don't want to be bothered with more mess, you can scoop it from your Presto Nomad And this is what I like about scoops. Just put it, oh, gosh, this is so good. I swear I'm never going to Chipotle again. This is just insanely good. I can't believe, literally, I would not have to leave my car to have a meal this good. And let me just say, there are people who buy emergency meals and they put them in their pantry and they let them sit there for decades, 1 decade or whenever. And it's just basically money in the savings account. You know what I mean? Like, they don't use it, they just put it there. But generally those meals that you just get in these big totes that are just meant to keep you alive, nobody wants to actually eat those. This, yes, is emergency food, but you want to eat it. Like, you want to keep it in your regular meal planning. And the nice thing about it is, once you get your stock, you can still continue to eat it, and as you pull a can out of your pantry, you just put it back. You buy another one and put it back in the pantry, and you just keep rotating. I cannot imagine now having a life without it, because, you know, not only that, I'm 50 years old. I could start really stocking up my pantry, and when I retire, have food that I might not be able to afford otherwise, because it's going to last on the shelf well into my retirement. So that's what my goal is actually going to be, is to stock up on freeze dried. And this is so freaking good. I literally cannot even tell you how good this is. And just, these scoops are amazing. So you really don't even need the paper plate, honestly. This is so good. So anyway, that's how you cook in your car, basically. There's really nothing to it. You just get a converter, or actually, sorry, inverter, I think is the right term. And it has the 110 plug on it. You plug this sucker in, you pour the contents of your Mylar bag in here, and there's a car. I don't know if you can hear it. The alarm is going off. So you just put the contents of your Mylar bag in there with the water, and that's it. That's literally it. I mean, it's so easy. It's so amazing. Oh, I have to give a shout out. So please go check out Jara from Wicked Prepared. She has a channel. I'm going to link it down below. And I consider her the meal in a jar lady. I'm going to consider myself the meal-in-a-mylar lady. So she is the one who told me about this Nomad, and I am so impressed by it. I love it. I am going to link it down below also, but please go check out Jara and her channel, Wicked Prepared. Again, it's going to be linked in the description. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming along with me. I wish I could have done a better job, but this is, you know, filming. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing anyway, but filming when you're out here, the lighting, everything is just, I could have probably timed it a little bit better because the sun was horrible. I probably could have parked in a better spot, but and this is the first time that I've actually made a meal in this thing, and the first time I've actually made a meal in my car. So, you know, thank you guys for coming along with me and going for this ride, no pun intended. And I will have to update you on the severe weather that's coming through, but spring is notoriously bad in this area, so let's just hope and pray that the tornadoes miss us this year. Yeah, so all right, guys, don't forget, always stay ready and always stay prepped. See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss new videos. Follow us on Facebook and on TikTok. Links are in the description. See you next time.